one is on governance. Mr McKim, do you support a reduction in the number of councils in Tasmania and an increase in the number of state parliamentarians? You have 60 seconds.
I'll answer the second part first. Fairly clearly, yes. The Parliament is a broken institution. It was broken by Labor and Liberal. Only the Greens didn't support emasculating the Parliament by reducing the House of Assembly from 35 to 25 members. It must be restored, because ultimately a strong Parliament will make better decisions, will have a larger talent pool from which to appoint ministers to a government of any shade, and ultimately, as I say, what you as voters and as citizens of Tasmania deserve is the best possible decision-making capacity from our Parliament, and it is certainly not providing that at the moment. In relation to the first part of the question, local government plays a crucial role in our democracy. What we need to do is encourage amalgamations. The Greens won't force local government amalgamations, but we will encourage them strategically, because not every amalgamation is a good strategic amalgamation, and the Greens will work constructively with local government to ensure that resources are shared so that better decisions are made.
Mr Hodgman.
Yes, I believe that the reduction in our Parliament in 1998 was a mistake. The smaller Parliament has compromised the workings of our parliamentary democracy and is impacting negatively on good decision making and good process. So if elected to government, we have committed to establish an independent inquiry that will undertake an analysis of what is the most appropriate way to reform our systems of government in Tasmania, and also to look at the impacts of the 1998 reduction. To have an independent committee assess this will remove it from political interference or political self-interest. It will allow the Tasmanian community an opportunity to engage in the debate, unlike in 1998, informed with facts, expert input, and the opportunity to determine how we can make our Parliament work better for Tasmanians. And if the inquiry recommends that it should be increased, that is our Parliament, then I will commit to fixing it. The system of government in Tasmania is so important, and it's time we admitted the decision in 1998 was wrong. With respect to local government, that will be dealt with in that inquiry, and we have no plan to force amalgamation.
Mr Bartlett. Do you support a reduction in the number of councils in Tasmania and an increase in the number of state parliamentarians?
Yes, I support the reduction in the number of councils in Tasmania, but not through forced amalgamations. I believe we need to paint a better picture for ratepayers that allows them to see amalgamations in councils strategically aligned for their interests will be a better future for Tasmania. We need to provide more resources to local government to make that happen. I do not, however, support extra politicians in Tasmania. We have 40 members of Parliament in Tasmania, and we have committed and executed the most significant reforms in that by bringing upper house members to question time to lower house, increasing transparency. Another 10 politicians in lower house will not result in better health and educational outcomes.